Arunam Karunatarangitakshiim Dhrutapashankushapushpabana chapam Animadibhiravrutam mayukaihi Ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavanim Dhyayet padmasanastham vikasitavadanam padmapatrayatakshim Hemabham pitavastram karakalitalasaddhema padmam varangim सर्वालंकारयुक्तां सततमभयदां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं सकुङ्कुमविलेपनामलिकचुम्बिकस्तूरिकां समन्दहसितेक्षणां ससरचापपाशाङ्कुशां अशेषजनमोहिनीमरुणमाल्यभूषोज्ज्वलां जपाकुसुमभासुरां जपविधौ स्मरेदम्बिकाम् ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् everybody. We are doing Devi Mahatmyam. Before I proceed, I just want to give you some introduction today. Lot of people, this Devi Mahatmyam has lot of names. According to Markandeya Puranam, according to Devi Mahatmyam, it says Devi Mahatmyam Atyuttamam. That is, the name is given. Devi Mahatmyam is the name given. But later on, according to Tantra Shastra, means the Tantra Shastra means it's a science. They tell us how to do any procedures, like how to do sadhanas, how to do worship, how to meditate on Mother. That is called Tantra. And then Mantra Shastra means all of these shlokas, seers, they have seen Mother, universal Mother. Then they said all these shlokas are nothing but mantras. Later on, it became like, that's why Mantra Shastras and Tantra Shastra, Rishis, they said Durga sapthasathi. Sapta means 7, Shati means 100. Means 700 shlokas are there. That is the name given. Next, Chandi sapthasathi. That is also Devi Mahatmyam, second name. Third one is Devi sapthasathi. So 4 names are there. Even if you have that book, you might have Chandi sapthasathi. You may not know this is Devi Mahatmyam. That is the reason I am saying. Because a lot of people don't know. It is the same name. Devi Mahatmyam, Durga sapthasathi, Chandi sapthasathi, Devi sapthasathi. All mean the same thing. Talking about universal Mother. And it has 700 shlokas. That is why the sapthasathi name is given. Actually, there are only 578 shlokas. Because of this Mantra Shastra, the seers gave, all of them are mantras. Like it says, Markandeya Vuvacha, Devi Vuvacha, Rushi Vuvacha. All those Vuvacha are also mantras. That is why 700 shlokas. The way we are chanting, the way when we learn, everything is a mantra. What is mantra? Mananat trayate iti mantraha. Means whoever meditates, whoever chant this mantra, they will be protected by Mother. Whatever is that mantra, that Adhisthana Devata will protect them. That is why Mananat trayate iti mantraha. Same way Gayatri mantra. When they chant Gayatri mantra, Gayatri Devata will protect them. That seeker, that sadhaka. That is why this is what Devi Saptashati. First thing we saw name. And then before in your texts or in your books, they might have another stotras before we proceed to Devi Mahatmyam. That also we see. They are Argala Stotram, Devi Kavacham, and Kilaka Stotram, Ratri Suktam. So you might see them in your books. That is why I'm mentioning this point also. They are like Angas. Angas means parts for Devi Mahatmyam. But it's not the Devi Mahatmyam yet. But they are parts of Devi Mahatmyam. Argala Stotram is itself another text. Text means it's another big pravachanam. So we are not touching that. But Wednesday, we are starting the chanting class. There won't be any pravachanam. There I will teach them Argala Stotram, how to chant. Every Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. That will be over the phone. All 700 shlokas will be taught. So only the shlokas. Here you are learning shlokas plus meaning. Then you develop bhavana, the feel for it. Feel means bhavani bhavana gamya. With the bhavana alone, we experience mother. We will know, we can meditate mother. That's why each session, I'm going to chant 25 shlokas. You can keep your printout or your book in front of you. You can also chant and then keep it on mute, because we are all doing on Zoom. If all of us chant, there will be a lot of disturbance. You all know that. But today, I'm not going to chant in the beginning. Today, I will chant at the end. But every week, I will chant 25 shlokas in the beginning. That's how I did Sundarakanda. By then, all the 2800 shlokas, Valmiki Sundarakanda, everybody was able to learn it. So that's why I thought that might be helpful for all of you. Okay, all these Argala Stotram, they are all Angas. I will just chant 4 or 5 shlokas, then you will know how it is. Markandeya Uvacha, Om Jayatvam Devi, Chamunde Jaya Bhutapaharini, Jaya Sarvagate Devi, Kala Ratri Namostute, Jayanti Mangala Kali, Bhadra Kali Kapalini, Durga Shiva Kshama Dhatri, Swaha Swadha Namostute, Madhukaitaba Vidvamsi, Vidhatru Varade Namaha, Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi, Yasho Dehi Dvisho Jahi, Mahishasura Nirnashi, Bhakta Nam Sukhade Namaha, Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi, Yasho Dehi Dvisho Jahi. See, you are seeing that, right? Second line will repeat. That is the greatness of Argala Stotram. Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi, Yasho Dehi Dvisho Jahi. Only the first line will tell you what the whole Argala Stotram. So that's how Argala Stotram goes. This is the Angam. One Angam we saw. Next one is Kavacham. I'm going to do the same way, 4 lines. So that way you get the feel for it. Brahmovacha asti guhyatamam vipra sarva bhutopakarakam devyastu kavacham punyam tachrunushva mahamune. This kavacham, even listening to this, they get lot of punyam. Punyam means merit. This is a Durga Nava names. We all chant separately, but we don't know this is from Durga Sapthasathi. Let us chant. Maybe most of you are familiar with it. Pradhamam Shaila Putriti, Dvitiyam Brahmacharini, Trutiyam Chandra Ganteti, Kushmandeti Chaturdhakam, 4th one. Panchamam Skanda Mateti, 5th one. Skanda Mata. Shashtam Katyayani Tadha, 6th one Katyayani. Saptamam Kala Ratrischa, 7th one Kala Ratri. Mahagauri Tichashtamam. Mahagauri is the 8th one. Navamam Siddhidhatri cha, Navadurgaha Prakirtita, See, Navadurga, these are all, most of them chant at the Navaratri time. This is how Kavacham goes, gives us the protection. So this is what, both of them, I thought I will just give you the glimpses. So that way you get the essence and feel. Those are all Argala Stotram. These two are parts, Angas, for this Devi Suktam, Devi Sapthasathi or Devi Mahatmyam. Now you want to know where it is. How did this come? Where it is? That's what we are going to see. See, our knowledge, according to our Sanatana Dharma, our knowledge is in Vedas. That is why Veda Rashi we call. All the mantras, everything is in one place. All the rishis heard them. No notebooks, no iPads, no nothing to write down, no pens. All of them heard in their meditation. And then that is how the Veda Rashi came from Lord Bhagavan. From Vupiri, the breath of Bhagavan is our Vedas. And then Vedas, what happened is Veda Vyasa Maharshi. He's a great visionary and a great planner. He realized Kali Yuga, right now we are in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is approaching. People in this Yuga, people will be very busy checking their WhatsApp, internet, technology, jobs, everything. Children, lot of activities, they will be busy. They will not have Sukshma Buddhi, means subtle intellect to grasp all this. And Mano Ekagrata, the mind concentration, mind intellect, both of them are not in alignment. They will not have the concentration. Then compassionate Vedavyasa Maharshi, what he did is, Vedas divided into 4 portions. That is why he got the name Vyasa, Vyasa Bhagavan. Veda Vyasa, he divided the Vedas. That's how he got the name. He is nothing but Narayana Swarupam, Vishnu Swarupam. Vishnu as himself incarnation of Veda Vyasa. And then he made them into 4 portions. Ruk, Yaju, Rukvedam, Yajurvedam, Samavedam, Adharvana Vedam. 4 of them. And another compassionate he did thing is, if he gives all 4 to one person, it is very difficult because each one has so many mantras, so many sects and other sects. It's very hard to propagate. Because like we said, there are no pens and papers, no, their mind is their hardship. They were using their mind to retain everything. Then what he did is, he created 4 disciples. Rukveda given to Paila Maharshi. Yajurveda given to Vaishampayana Maharshi. Then Samavedam given to Jaimini Maharshi. Adharva Vedam given to Sumanta Maharshi. And then he told them to just go around and propagate these Vedas. Each one took this their assigned section and started teaching to various disciples and walking on their own feet. There were, no Zoom, nothing. We are all so blessed. We are sitting in our home and then listening to all these pravachanams, all of us making use of our best time now. So we are all blessed really. Everybody is learning so many stotras, chanting, and so many pravachanams, meanings, whatever they can do. So that is how the 4 Vedas and 4 disciples. And now, before Kali Yuga, then what happened? Vedavyasa Maharshi realized this is all in condensed form. Then he wrote Puranas, 18 Puranas, Ashtadasha Puranas it is called. That is, the reason I'm saying is Markandeya Puranam, that's where we are coming from. Puranas talks about in simple format, in stories format. Beautiful stories are there. and how the seekers attained Paramatma, what stars like us, children with grandchildren, husband, wife, doing their duties, how they achieved, how they did the sadhana, and how they put that highest priority for Bhagavan. All that is tells in beautiful way in Puranas, in story format. And then there is a shloka is given. I'm going to tell you the shloka to remember all these 18 Puranas. We know some of them here and there. We hear one and here and there. There is no way we can remember. If somebody asks us, we need to become self-sufficient. Each one of you, some pointers you should take. If somebody asks, Devi Mahatmyam, where it is in Markandeya Purana. How do I remember? That shloka I will chant. This is my favorite shloka. It really works. Now let me tell you the shloka. Madvayam bhadvayam chaiva bratrayam vachatushtayam anapalinga kuskani puranani prudhak prudhak. When you will know how simple and easy the shloka is. Now it is saying madvayam. Ma means letter ma, dvayam means two. There are two Puranas starts with the letter ma. All of you know alphabets. We are past that kindergarten. I don't need to teach all that. So starting with the letter ma, there are two Puranas. What are they? Matsya Puranam, Markandeya Puranam. That is where we are. This Devi Mahatmyam is Markandeya Puranam. Then Bhadvayam. Bha means starting with the letter Bha. There are two Puranas. That is, one is Bhavishottara Puranam, talks about the future. And then Bhagavata Pranam. This is a lot of people are familiar with Bhagavata Pranam. Again, so many devotees stories, and it is 12 cantos, beautifully explains. 18,000 shlokas, beautifully. Dashama Skandam, especially for Lord Sri Krishna. And then that is two Puranas. Now 4 are covered. Bra Trayam, letter Bra. 3 Puranas are there. Brahma Puranam, Brahma Vaivarta Puranam, Brahmanda Puranam. I'm sure you must be thinking, whenever we chant Lalita Sahasranamam, at the end, what do we say? Iti Sri Brahmanda Purane, Uttarakhande, Sri Hayagriva Agastya Samvade. That's what we chant at the end. See, that comes from Brahmanda Puranam. Again, in Brahmanda Puranam, there is a section about Lalita Parabhattarika. That's what it is talking about. So now Brahma Puranam, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Brahmanda Puranam. All 9 plus 2 plus 2, 4, 2, 2 are gone. Now Vachatushtayam. Letter starting with the letter Va, there are 4 of them. Varaha Puranam, Vamana Puranam, Vayu Puranam, and Vishnu Puranam. So that is the shloka. And now there are some Puranas only one. That is why it is said Anapalinga Kuskani. A means Agni Puranam. Na means Narada Puranam. Pa means Padma Puranam. Lim means Linga Puranam. Ga means Garuda Puranam. Garuda Puranam again, very famous. A lot of people may not be hearing, but when people pass away, they chant this Garuda Puranam. But it's not only that. Any time people can chant this. We can do Garuda Puranam anytime. Beautifully explains. Garuda Puranam. Ku means Kurma Puranam. Ska means Skanda Puranam. But this one has only one. That is why all of them Anapalinga Kuskani Puranani Prudhak Prudhak. Prudhak means different, separate. That is the shloka is given. Now our Devi Mahatmyam is in Markandeya Puranam. And again, Markandeya Puranam talks about so many Manus, Manu Charitra and all that. But in between, in the middle, 78 to 90 chapters. In those chapters, this Devi Mahatmyam is mentioned. That's why they took it out, Devi Mahatmyam. That is what we are going to do now. Because people may not have time or energy to read whole Markandeya Puranam. That's why Devi Mahatmyam is 700 shlokas. Same thing with the Bhagavad Gita. I will give you example. Bhagavad Gita is in Mahabharatam. Mahabharatam has 1 lakh slokas. See, there is no way we can find out. In Mahabharatam, Vishnu Sahasranamam is there, Shiva Sahasranamam is there, and then a lot of Yaksha Prashnas, so many are there. And then our Bhagavad Gita is also there in Bhishma Parvam. Okay, Bhishma Parvam. In 18 chapters, 23rd to 48th chapters, 48th chapters in Bhishma Parvam, that our Bhagavad Gita is there. Then sages, our rishis, they took it out and given in 700 shlokas like a book format. That is why we are all able to chant. Same way, Vishnu Sahasranamam also, those names were taken and given as a book. And Shiva Sahasranamam also. Yaksha Prashnas also, like each one is in separate book. So that is the beauty of our rishis and our Sanatana Dharma. They are all very compassionate. They are making easy and easier for us. And then in Devi Mahatmyam, all these 700 shlokas, they are filled with 7 crores of mantras. According to Sanatana Dharma, we have 7 crores mantras, 7 koti maha mantras. All of Samaharam means all of them are in this Devi Mahatmyam in 700 shlokas. And then Vishnu Bhagavan given to Brahmaji. Brahmaji did the Vipasana, means meditate on these shlokas. And then he given to Narada Maharshi, Tumbura Maharshi, and Vyasa Bhagavan also. And then Vyasa Bhagavan did this Grandhastam, means he made it like a book. Grandhastam, that is called. See how compassionate they are. Then who is this Vyasa Maharshi? He was born between Parashara Maharshi and Satyavati. That is why we call him Parasharya Maharshi. And that's another name for Veda Vyasa. So this is the basic. Now we all know where it is in Markandeya Puranam, 78 chapters to 98 chapters. And then another one. What do I get? When I chant, we want the results. Isn't it true? There is nothing wrong. Our rishis knows that. That is why they say, if you chant this, you get this. That phalitam is given. Even when you chant Lalita Sahasranamam also, that results are given. What do I get? If Mother herself says, in Devi Mahatmyam, at the end it comes, as we go along, we will see all that. But I'm just giving you the glimpses, what to expect. What do we see in this? And now, first one is Ishta Prapti. All of us want desired results, right? Ishta Prapti means good health, happiness, peace of mind, and health, wealth, of course, and good children, good jobs, all of them. Ishta Prapti. That's what we get. And Anishta Pariharam means whatever we don't want should go away. That is what, that also goes, like disease, ill health, sorrow, anxiety, and difficulties, afflictions, they all will be gone when we chant this. This is the second one. Third one is Graha Doshas. According to Jyotisham, Jyotisha Shastram, that is also huge science. They are all Vedangas. Vastu Shastram, that's also a huge subject. Jyotisham means astrology. That's a big, huge subject. But we are not touching all that. All that Graha Doshas will be gone. Planetary effects on us. All this, Saturn, people are afraid, Shani and Rahu, Ketu, whatever it is, Mars, Kuja Dosham, all of them will be gone. And there are certain chapters also, if we do this, it will be gone, is mentioned. So these three benefits. And whatever we do here in this world and hereafter, because that soul, that jiva, individual self, travels to different lokas according to their punya phala or papa phala. Punya phala to higher worlds, papa phala is lower worlds. That's all it is. So jiva, because this body is made out of pancha bhutas, we leave this body here and it merges to pancha bhutas of space, air, fire, and water, earth, all of them, it will go away. Even though they do not bury or they do not cremate, body will disintegrate into all of this. But that soul, that jiva will go. That is why all these sadhanas, all these practices, all these punya karmas, all of them is for that individual soul, that jiva, not for the body. Body, we leave it here. The jiva travels, transmigrates. This question is asked so many times. That is why I'm mentioning. For that evolution, for that jiva, we are doing this. So that's why that is all here and hereafter. Some people may not want it. They want only liberation, moksham. For them also, it gives moksham. Means three. Here, all the comforts, hereafter for the jiva, then they will come back. They go to that world. Pitraloka and Gandharvaloka, Yakshaloka and Swargaloka, there are so many different worlds. And when the punyam, the merits are finished, then they come back to this Martyaloka, Bhuloka. Some people are so evolved souls, they don't want all this coming and going. They want only liberation while alive right here. That's what our Sanatana Dharma talks about. If we don't get liberation, then we have to born again until we unite. Liberation means nothing but we are uniting with our mother, universal mother, or any chosen, Parabrahma, Paramatma. That is what moksham means, liberation. So this is the results. And then another famous chantings, we all do it, especially Navaratri time. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Again, second line repeats. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshudha Rupena Shanti Rupena. All of that stotram is in Devi Mahatmyam. We may not know, we may not know, but we chant that. Now you know for sure. This is in Devi Mahatmyam. And then another one, famous one, Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvarthasadike Sharanye Trayambike Devi Narayani Namostute. That is also, it's in Devi Mahatmyam. Most of them chant, but they may or they may not know. This comes in Chandi sapthasathi. So then this one reveals our Vedanta Shastra. It's not a regular small stotram. This is, it reveals Vedanta Shastram. It reveals who we are. Who am I inquiry? It gives us how to do it and how to achieve that. And then Mantra Shastram. I already mentioned every line, every bit is a mantram. Because Bijaksharas are there. We are going to see for one shloka, where first one, for where the Bijaksharas, then you will know. And Bijaksharas are nothing but email password. You need the entry point to get into email. Same way Bijaksharas are like that, like a seed for the tree. See, Bijaksharas, let us say, for example, Saraswati Devi Bijakshara is Ain. For Rishis, when they hear that Ain Bijam, whole Saraswati Devi form comes into in front of them. They don't need the form, explanation, elaboration. They don't need to do any stotras because they are very purified souls. For us, we need elaboration. Then our mind stays and then we can visualize that form. Same thing happens. That is why form is given. Very important. Mind needs support. The form comes. Names are needed. That's why mind stays there. With the name and form, once we know meaning, that bhavana comes. Means that bhavana, then the experience. Then we can experience the mother. That is why very essential, we need to know the meaning. That's why we are doing Lalita Sahasranamam also. Each namam we are doing elaborately. Again, there also Raga Swarupa Pashadhya Krodha Kara Kushojvala Mano Rupekshu Kodanda Pancha Tanmatra Sayaka. From third shloka onwards, 21 shloka, all the form is given. That is called, in Vedic terminology, it is called Saguna Brahma Vupasana. Saguna means with the gunas and form. Brahma means that Parabrahma, Paramatma, we can do Vupasana, we can do meditate, we can do the meditation. And whoever is a purified intellect, they don't need the form. Then they will go to Nirguna Brahma Vupasana. That is what Upanishads talks about. That's a Nirakara Nirguna Parabrahma, means there is formless, attributeless Parabrahma Paramatma. Our goal is for that. Because our Paramatma has no form. Ekam, one. For us, he is taking so many forms. Devi, Devatas, Krishna, Rama, Shiva, Ganapati. Mother has also so many again. Gauri, Parvati, Chandi, Kali, Lalita, Parabhattarika, Rajarajeshwari, like that. That is the compassion of our Devatas, Devis. So that's how Kali is also, each one has different vasanas or samskaras. Depends on their samskaras, they worship that god or goddess. Depends on their desires also. They worship that form or Devi or Devata. There is nothing wrong. Whom we ask, if we need something, even in the worldly life also, we go to mother first. Then we go to father. There is nothing wrong in asking mother. But we need to evolve. At some point, we need to evolve. Oh, mother, you gave me enough. Enough is enough. You gave me everything free. The air you gave me free. The to eyes you gave me. The ears to hear. And then to speak, the tongue is given by you. The hands I am moving, doing so many actions you are given. You gave me enough. You gave me all this wealth, health. But now I want you only. When we cry for mother, mother reveals herself to us. Mother, that's what happened to Markandeya Maharshi. This Markandeya Puranam, this Markandeya Maharshi, that's what happened. See, Markandeya Maharshi's mother is Brukanda Maharshi and Manaswini is the mother. Both of them are very great sages. Both of them are husband and wife, all of them, all the time they were doing the penance and doing worship, doing meditation on Lord Shiva. But they have only one thing, they never had children. They were lacking that, they were feeling incomplete. Then they asked Lord Shiva doing tapas. See, whenever we ask something, we need to give something. Even Sita ji says in Valmiki Ramayanam, I'm offering my tapas. Please protect Hanumanji. Oh Agni Deva. She herself says that. That Sundarakanda. So that's why we need to offer something. That is why we chant, I'm offering you, oh mother. We do pradakshinas, or we break a coconut, or we take some vows, I'm going to do fasting. For, oh mother, give me this. Without doing something, we do not have permission, or we are not qualified to ask mother. So then that's what happened to Mrukanda Maharshi and Manaswini. Both of them did tapas, and Shiva appeared they did tapas, austerity. Then Shiva appeared in front of them. Then Shiva asked them, what do you want? They said, we do not have children. We want a child. Then Shiva Bhagavan said, in your prarabdha, there is no way you will not have children. But you did tapas. I'm giving you a boon. You will have a child. That is the compassion of our gods. They are so compassionate. Karuna Sagara, Daya Sagara, filled with compassion. They will give. Never doubt, never question. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Whoever has faith, they will get this. And samshayatma vinashyati. Whoever has a doubt, they will perish. They will not be happy in this world or hereafter, and they will not achieve anything. So that's what Sri Krishna Paramatma's vachanam, not my words. Bhagavad Gita, it comes. So compassionate Shiva gave him boon that you will have a child. But he gave a restriction. He said, the child will be very, very famous. He will be a good intellect, very learned, and he is a very ekasantagrahi, learns in like that, and he is a great soul. He is going to be born. But he is going to have only 16 years lifespan. That's all. They said, it's okay, at least we will have a child, so we will be happy. Then Manaswini Mata became pregnant, and they have this Markandeya Maharshi. Then since childhood, he was all doing Upasana and all the worships, and learned everything from his Guru, surrendered to Guru and learned everything. Slowly 15 years passed away. And one day Narada Maharshi comes to Mrukanda Maharshi and Manaswini's house. And meanwhile, when sages comes to Mrukanda Maharshi's house, he used to tell Markandeya to prostrate and salutations to them. And they all used to say, Dirghayushman Bhava, Dirghayushman Bhava. May you live long. And that's what Mrukanda Maharshi used to tell Markandeya to prostrate, do salutation. That is the purpose behind we do the salutations to great people, great sages. Their words will come true. Their word, because they are purified souls. Whatever they say, it will come true. And Narada Maharshi says, to send Markandeya to Lord Shiva, to do penance on Lord Shiva, to Godavari Tiram, that is a Nadi, banks of Godavari Nadi, and Gautama Muni Siddhashramam is there. Tell him to go there. That is where Kashyapa Maharshi, Prajapati and Aditi did the tapas. They got Vamana Bhagavan. That is also another form of Lord Vishnu, Vamana Bhagavan. So that is, tell him to go there. That is Siddhashramam. So that is why Punya Kshetras, visiting them and doing tapas or do chanting is very, very important. Our results will be multiplied. That is why even Dhanam, when we give charity, it will be multiplied. That is why we go there, even now. Siddhashramas are there. Even Punyakshetra, Kanchi Kamakshi, Madhura Meenakshi, Kasi Vishalakshi, Arunachalam. So many Punyakshetras are there. So that's why then Markandeya went there. Then did the tapas on Lord Shiva. 15 years, 1 year passed, and he was born on Magha Shuddha Panchami. Magha Masam comes in February, our time. And then he was born at that time. Now 16 years are going to be completed. Then you all know death, Lord of the death, Yamadharmaraja got the notice, that message, that you have to go and bring Markandeya. Then he sent his dutas, his messengers, servants, dutas, go and bring Markandeya. Then they went to that Siddhashramam. Kala Bhairava was protecting Markandeya. They could not bring Markandeya. They went to the Dutas, Yamadutas, went to their Lord, Yama Bhagavan, told him, we could not bring Markandeya because Kala Bhairava is protecting him. He is way beyond our capacities. See, ordinary people like us, Yamadutas are sufficient. With even looking or even their presence, our life, pranas will go away. Even looking at the cinemas or pictures, our lives will, pranas will go away. But Markandeya is doing so much tapas on Lord Shiva. So they could not do it. Then Yama Bhagavan, because Mrityu Devata is also Devata for us. See how compassion. Mrityu Devata, Yamadharmaraj came, and that also he's a Dharmasvarupa. He knows he comes at the right time, exact time, right place. There is no delay. And his Wi-Fi will never fail. He get the message right time. Yamadharmaraja comes there to Markandeya and then says, he puts his pasham. Nothing happens. Yamadharmaraja also could not do, because he says, come out. Markandeya says, I'm doing Abhishekam for Lord Shiva, and right now I cannot come out. It will be a great sin if I come out. Then he throws his pasham, that rope, to Markandeya. Markandeya is hugging Lord Bhagavan, Shiva Bhagavan, Shivalinga, hugging him. And then when Yama Bhagavan threw that pasham rope, it fallen on Linga and Markandeya, both of them. And Yama Bhagavan is pulling hard. Nothing is moving. Then compassionate Lord Shiva appeared there. He told to Yama Bhagavan, Yamadharmaraja, he said, Lord Shiva said, this Markandeya is mine now. You cannot touch him. Because even Shiva Ajnalenide Chimaina Kuttadu, we have that Sameta. Even that ant bite will not happen where there is no command for Lord Shiva. What to talk about this great sage Markandeya? And then this belongs to, Markandeya belongs to me. I'm going to extend his lifespan, and he's going to be very famous. He's going to be a great sage. And Yamadharmaraja obeyed Lord Shiva and left. That is how he became Markandeya Maharshi. And he, all his life, he did lot of penance and lot of teaching, and did lot of sadhana, upasana, and then with devotion. In that Markandeya Maharshi is telling the disciples. That is why it says Markandeya Uvacha. Even if we say that, that is a mantra. That's how it starts. Devi Mahatmyam starts like that. Now we saw the greatness of Markandeya Maharshi. See, that is why first we need to have devotion on the scripture, on that Shastram, and then whoever it is given, Markandeya Maharshi, then we get very good results. Then we can, our mind stays focused. Otherwise, oh, it is a Puranam, what is in it for me? When we have that negligence, we will not get the 100% benefit. That is why it's very important to know. Same way when we do Hanuman Chalisa, always talks about Tulasidas, greatness of Tulasidas. Then our devotion increases and our faith increases, and we absorb that scripture, that Hanuman Chalisa. When we go in detail, we absorb more and it retains. So now we saw, and then results also, that one beautiful shloka given. What do I get in this one? The shloka, it goes like this. Apat kim karaniyam. Whenever, let me chant the shloka, then I will explain. Apat kim karaniyam. Smaraniyam charana yuganam ambayaha. Tat smaranam kim kurute. Brahmadina picha kimkari kurute. See, whenever we have difficulties, what do we do? We go to this person, that person, or send WhatsApp messages, or we sit like this mourning. But Devi Bhagavatam says, Devi Mahatmyam, it says, Apat Kinkaraniyam, what should we do? Giving the solution. Smaraniyam, think about it, do meditate, or do chanting. On what? Charana Yuganam Ambayaha. Think about universal mother, Devi, Chandi, Kali, Saraswati, or Lalita. What are all of them are put together is Devi. We will see that when the episode comes. So that is what we need to do. Then mother will give us the solution. Send somebody to help us. Even we are getting the medicine, we get the right medicine. Send us the right doctor. So that's what happens. And then, Tat Smaranam Kim Kurute. Okay, I did the Smaranam. I did the meditation. What happens? This is the absolute good one. Brahmadina picha kimkari kurute. Brahma, Lord Brahmaji is the Srishtikarta, creator. He comes and says, what can I do for you? Then if Brahmaji comes, what can I do for you? What will we get, right? Even somebody comes, I don't get anything. Even Brahmaji comes. The inner meaning is Brahmaji's Vidhata. Write our fate right there on our forehead. We hear this story when we are all the time. When we are in mother's womb itself, he writes it, where to born, when to born, which family, what kind of friends we have, when do we get satsang, what kind of satsang, how do I evolve, all this is written. That is called prarabdha. So that's why that vidhata will, a mother gives the signals to change our fate. So vidhata will help us to change our fate. That's what happened to Markandeya Maharshi. He was born with only 16 years lifespan. How it is changed? So that's what happens. When we chant this Devi Mahatmyam, or when we listen to Devi Mahatmyam, that is the greatness of universal mother. And then this one is, I'm not getting into the first shloka, because that will be, first shloka is the fundamental shloka. If we take a long time, then everything gets cleared up. Everywhere the same thing, even Bhagavad Gita also. Bhagavan starts talking from 2nd chapter, 11th shloka. Actual teaching starts from there. So that's why that is the actually Bhagavad Gita's first shloka. They give all essence. First shloka is very important. What is it is talking about is, I will give you the essence. It talks about Manvantara, Manus. We have 14 Manus. This is going to be little technical, but don't worry. It's good to know. We have 14 Manus. When we do puja, when we do sankalpam, we what do we say? Dvitiya pararthe, Shweta varaha kalpe, Vaivasvata manvantare. We say that. That Vaivasvata manvantara is the 7th Manu. So we have 14 manus. Our system goes like this. Let me go from the beginning, then you can understand better. See, we have like 4 Vedas we already talked about. Same way, the time span is 4 yugas. Kruta Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Right now we are in Kali Yuga. All 4 yugas are put together is one Mahayuga. Like that, 71 Mahayugas put together is one Manvantaram. 14 Manvantaram put together is one Kalpam. One Kalpam is Brahmaji's one day. Not one day, only daytime. Again, second Kalpam comes, that is Brahmaji's night. That means 2 Kalpas that is put together is one Brahmaji's one day. And this even Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Dwapara Yuga is 8,64,000 years. When you think about is that universe, and in that column, in the time span, who are we? We are like just like a dust particles, very small. We are so small, but we hold on to everything. That is the basic one. That is the Anusyuta, means in and through, that point goes through in this Devi Mahatmya. That is why I had to use this. See, we are so negligible, and we better make use of our human birth, because we may get it, we may not get it. That's why we need to live in the present moment and learn as much as possible and try to retain also, make use of our life. And then that is what the time span. And then Manvantaram, Vaivasvata Manvantara is the 7th one. Shveta Varaha Kalpe, we say it, that Kalpam. And now I will just mention this Swayambhu, because this is the story comes. Along the story, we see the Devi Mahatmyam. First one is Swayambhuva Manu, Swarochisha Manu, Uttama Manu, Tamasa Manu, Raivata Manu, Vaivasvata Manu is the 7th one. Surya Savarni is the 8th one. That is what we are going to see, 8th Manu. And Daksha Savarni, Brahma Savarni, Dharma Savarni, Rudra Savarni, Rauchya Savarni, 14th one is Bhautya Savarni. In Markandeya Puranam, all of them are finished up to 7th, already done. From 78th chapter to 90th, this Surya Savarni Manu story comes. How he attained this highest position, like became a Manu. Because he did tapas, austerity, meditation on Universal Mother Devi. But this one happened in Swarochisha Manvantaram, means second Manvantaram it happened. But then he became a Manu, he was a king, he did tapas and became a 8th Manu. Vaivasvata Manvantaram right now. All of this Kalpam, when we are gone, when next creation comes, that Manu is Surya Savarni, 8th Manu. That Manu, how he attained that position, that's what this story is. Okay, Devi Mahatmyam. So this is how this goes. And then this Devi Mahatmyam has 3 sections. Like example, how Bhagavad Gita has 3 sections. Karma Shatkam, 6th chapter, 1 to 6 is Karma Shatkam, Karma Yoga. 7th to 12th is Bhakti Shatkam, means 6 chapters, Bhakti Yogam. Karma Yogam, Bhakti Yogam. 3rd one is Jnana Yogam, 13th chapter to 18th chapter. 3 are Karma, Bhakti, Jnana. Yogas are elaborately mentioned and discussed and mentioned by Lord Bhagavan himself. Same way here also, 3 charitams are there. Prathama Charitam, Madhyama Charitam, Uttama Charitam. Prathama Charitam is only 1 chapter. First chapter is Prathama Charitam. That is a representation of Mahakali Swarupam. That is the representation of Tamoguna. That is the according to gunas. Devis, it is Mahakali. Pradhamacharitam is the first section. And then second, Madhyamacharitam has 3 chapters. Oh, all Devi Mahatmyam put together is 13 chapters. I don't know if I mentioned that. 13 chapters. Bhagavad Gita is 18 chapters, 700 shlokas. Devi Mahatmyam is 13 chapters, 700 shlokas. Now, first chapter is Pradhamacharitam. Second, third, and fourth chapters are Madhyamacharitam, Swarupam. And sixth and through 13th, all the rest of the 9 chapters are for Mahasaraswati. Lakshmi Swarupam is representation of Rajogunam. Saraswati Mahasaraswati Swarupam is representation of Sattvagunam. That is how our sadhana should be gone to. Tamogunam, lethargy and postponement, not interested in satsang, that is all tamogunam. Tamogunam to rajogunam, attend to satsang, be active, do seva at the temples or anywhere, everywhere, anything. This is also seva, arranging Zoom meetings, inviting everybody, sending invite, WhatsApp messages, because we forget. That's why Vijulji Amma, I say keep sending. That's why for like a reminder, it's all seva, all rajoguna, which is good, progressing towards sattva guna. That is what Saraswati ji blesses to attain knowledge. And then we'll have the retainment when we do meditation. So this is how Pradhamacharitram, Madhyamacharita, Uttamacharita. That is what we are going to see. I just gave you the glimpses. I gave you the what we expect and where it is elaborately. Now next week onwards, we are going to do the elaborately shlokas. Wherever it is appropriate, I will give you the story, and then some stutis are there. Do not miss them. Even if you cannot chant all 700 shlokas, you can chant those stutis. That I will tell you next week, because our time is also up. It's 1 hour Eastern time from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Zoom meetings every Monday. Vijulji is working very hard to organize this. Share with your friends and family. Let more people get benefit of this Devi Mahatmyam, because Navaratri is coming. They will be ready for it. Okay, with that, I'm going to conclude. We'll continue next week. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Sri Matre Namaha.